It's a weird looking Miata. A little big, right? Never knew they came with a hard top. I don't know, but it's cute. No, but this is a 1990 Toyota Celica, and everyone's probably heard of the Celica, but they always think of like the 7th gen one, you know, like the ugly one.
Yeah.
That I guess some people like, but I was never really a fan. But this is an older one. No one really knows about this one. They're pretty rare now. Like no one ever really sees these anymore. And but I love them because they are extremely slept on. We're just gonna be putting these coilovers on. These are my old ones off of mine because I already have one, and I had upgraded mine because these are pretty cheap eBay coils. But we're pretty much just gonna be doing a whole series recovering and restoring this thing, and just making it look much nicer because it's pretty rough now. But I've always loved these cars. It's probably my favorite car at this point. I can say that, right? I guess that's why we have two now. The reason I love them is because they're extremely underrated. Like almost no one knows what this is. It's either a Miata 240SX, Prelude, MR2. The fact more people know what an MR2 is, and that was made less than this was, is just kind of crazy to me. But no, I love this car because the potential is insane and no one really knows. But I guess we're going to be showing that, right? I guess showing that through this car, but if you just want to follow me. So there's mine. That was my first car that I've owned. I bought it in high school and I still have it. I know that wasn't that long ago, but it's come a long way. It's fully built, front to back. It's swapped with a 3S GTE, turbocharged. You could probably tell there's a dead giveaway in the front bumper. Pretty much everything on it. I did it all myself. It's fully built, front to back, suspension, transmission, engine, motor, even a little bit in the interior. I've pretty much done everything I could so far. Still a couple more little things to do, but we got something else to focus on now. At some point we're trying to get the other one like this, right? But this is an ST, which is the base model, and but I love it. I don't mind the look of the coupe. I think it's actually nice to have like a trunk in a separate area. I just think it looks cleaner. But as you can see on the back of this one, the GTS, it's a little more rare, and it was the higher trim. It was the one that was right below the All-Track or the GT4 in other countries. In pretty rough shape. Like this shit has seen better days years ago. I bought it off some people who lived in the middle of nowhere. Overall, though, it's not in bad shape. The body's in good condition, and I think it's going to clean up pretty nice. But we're going to be putting these on, or I'm going to record. But yeah, so that's going to be fun. I cleaned them up pretty well. These were already used. I used them for about a year. They should still be fine. I put BC coils on mine, though, because it's pretty fast now. And coilovers actually have a speed rating, and these are not rated for what my car can do now. Actually, this one's going to get nicer coilovers too, but for now, these are perfectly fine. We're just going to slam it because it's a bit of a monster truck right now. Like, I could probably fit my head in that fucking
Maybe not your head.
Maybe half my head. My head's not that big, though.
Maybe your fist.
No, definitely more. And I'm talking about the back.
Oh, okay.
Like, right here. This shit is crazy. I'm thinking after, we're going to try to have it just 2 fingers. What do you think? Or maybe 1, honestly. And we're going to throw a wheel spacer in there too. So I'm going to start off by having her jack up the car, taking the wheels off, doing all the hard work pretty much. And then we're just going to show you guys the process. Yeah, I walk this around at night to keep the neighbors up.
Calling your cows.
I probably don't have to lay down there to line this up like I do on mine.
Yeah, because yours is lower.
All right. Is that good? You want to jack this up? Go ahead. I wasn't lying to the camera.
It was.
Just keep pumping. You got it.
Okay.
All right. So the best part about this is I'm already pretty familiar with these cars. So there's not going to be like much of a learning curve. But yeah, it's just going to be a smooth process. And pretty much this series is going to be like a little build series. But we're going to make it like a guide too. Because there's really not much information on these cars at all. And including how to work on them. So I guess we're going to do that. And if anyone ever is interested. Because these are not that expensive compared to like all the other shit boxes. Like you could probably find a Miata in this condition for like $5 grand, and this is only 138,000 miles. Pump faster.
How much do I? Okay.
And then, so, no, I'm just kidding. And then what were you saying? Go call my cows over. A little more. A little bit more. Keep going. Keep going.
I'm going.
A little bit more.
I'm
that's good. That's
Grandpa.
That's too damn big. Damn, is it leaking?
Yeah.
Looks like you're gonna have to address that.
I'm.
Is that oil? What is that?
I don't know.
I think that was when we put oil in it before we left, and I poured like half of it down the back.
Oh, okay.
Let me show you how to lower it. A good strategy. Here, come here. Put two hands like this and use like pretty much your whole body to twist it extremely slow. You're gonna do it on the back, but I'm gonna show you just like this. See, now it's broken loose, and now you could literally twist it with your hand. And even that was quick, right?
Yeah.
So you really got to go slow. But yeah, just so you don't bend the frame or like destroy the rocker panels.
Mhm.
Go ahead. That's much easier.
Okay.
And grab the jack stands. Almost
Okay,
fell.
I was coming.
Good thing that wasn't in frame.
Huh?
Almost fell.
Man, you should have fell. You caught on camera.
It wouldn't have been on camera.
That sucks.
A little more. Alright, that's good. That's good. You want to try to lower it down slowly?
Sure. This is a little hard.
That was perfect. That was better than when I did it in the front. Nice. And you can let it all the way down. Keep twisting it to the left. Not all the way. Just a little more. That's good. And then you can tighten it again. Then we're going to leave it back here because we're going to lower the back first. He said the little socket to take these off was in the glove box, but I think I have one already. Damn, this bitch dusty. You see how I'm taking them off? Make sure before you hit the trigger on the gun, make sure you press the socket all the way on. Because if you don't, you're going to strip the nut and then it's not going to come off. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Make sure it's pushed all the way down and then break it loose. This socket doesn't stay on. It just kind of slides in.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't grab this while it's spinning, all right?
Okay.
Keep your hand here. You got this, babe. You're going to get good at this. You have to. Push. And then apply your body weight like towards it. Like keep pushing while you're injecting.
Oh.
Perfect. Nice. You know, that does not look bad at all. Wear gloves. Go get that.
Yeah. Definitely.
Think so?
Look at my hands.
Yeah, already. That's just from what? The wheel or the jack?
That was from the wheel.
Or the impact gun is probably dirty. So here's the front. These are 22 millimeter big ass bolts. These hold the shock. This is a McPherson strut design. I don't know if anyone watching this knows what that is, but there's pretty much two main suspension types for like smaller cars. There's double wishbone and McPherson strut. Both have their pros and cons. In my opinion, this is better. And the reason I say that is because Toyota used this car in rally. That's actually why I'm surprised this car is so slept on, because it has a lot of legacy, a lot of racing legacy, more than the Supra. They use this in WRC and they fucking dominated. Specifically the 5th gen. The 6th gen doesn't count. They got caught cheating and banned, but we don't talk about that. I think they got banned because they were too good, but everyone else says otherwise. But yeah, so Toyota used this in WRC and they literally dominated. They destroyed everybody. They had the 3S GTE, which was the motor that's in my car now. And my car is not a rally car, obviously. I use that for the street. But, I mean, it works well on the street. If it works well on dirt, why wouldn't it work well on the road, right? But yeah, so the suspension system in this car, it's extremely well made in my opinion. Like the control arm is literally the size of like a fucking truck control arm. And the knuckle is unreasonably beefy for what it is. Same thing with the tie rod link. And but yeah, we're taking out the stock strut tower that's looks like it's been sitting in a barn. It's probably
where
some
you
black.
got it from?
It was, yeah. He said it was sitting for like 5 months, but it started right up, which was crazy. But I guess that's Toyota for you. That's why we didn't buy a 240. Because we would have spent $8K for the worst fucking pile of shit. Nah, but I think it's comparable because, I don't know, man. Oh, that came off surprisingly easy, right? Real nice. That's what I like to see. Make sure we don't lose that, like I'm about to do.
It feels really nice outside.
I know, right? I'm actually able to wear this hoodie now.
Too hot, not too cold.
Earlier it was too hot.
I still thought it was.
This red spray paint, gorgeous. Whoever did this, I'm so happy they painted everything except the part that's now rusted. That's great. I can't wait to ever have to take this off to change the axle. I'm probably gonna need like I don't know, some fucking transformer wrench or something. What was it called? I'm gonna need the Allspark. You ever seen that movie, Transformers?
No.
I think I made you watch it. Yeah,
Transformers?
I'm gonna need the
Who
Allspark
hasn't
to
watched?
take that fucking nut off. That's the type of fucking force and power I'm gonna need for that shit. Perfect. First try, 14. But before you take that off, we gotta take the tie rod off, which hopefully won't be too much of a pain in the ass. Oh, that's actually not true. The tie rod is not connected on the back. All right, so right now we're taking this motherfucking brake line off. Wow, this is like too easy. It was more of a fight when I had to do this shit on my car.
Yeah,
That's
remember that.
actually fucking nice. Oh, that's gonna pinch a lot, huh? It's okay, since we're replacing this, we can bend the living shit out of this, just like that. Slides out much easier. And that's honestly it. Now it's just the top bolts. It's 14 millimeter right here. You're gonna come up here and take these hoses off. Don't loosen them all the way, just break them loose. Does that make sense? About 2 Ugga Duggas for each one. Does that make sense? These 3 right here. Go ahead. Just put that bitch on there. It's on loosen, right? Make sure it's all the way down. Go ahead. That's good. Next one. Yeah, not too much. Go ahead. Next one. Perfect. I didn't want you to loosen them all the way because that shit would have fell. Honestly, you probably can now. Nice. Let's not lose these in the engine bay. I really hope there's nothing in here.
Like what?
Do you know what I'm pulling out right now?
No, what are you pulling
You're
out?
gonna be a big fan.
Oh my god, what the heck?
It's a wasp nest. How old do you think that is?
What would you do it on the ground?
To see if there was anything in it. It's like a Kinder Surprise egg.
That is not what you do with a wasp nest.
Definitely be a surprise. When you got an oil leak, priorities, coilovers first, maybe some wheels. I would say window tint, but there's already that on this car.
Yeah, 5%.
Yeah. Maybe state inspection. I don't really know. That's kind of like if you want to. And just forget the oil stain.
Have a...
It's a Toyota. All right. Most people are, this is common knowledge. Most people know oil is optional. Like if you look in the owner's manual, that's in the glove box. It said recommended oil 5W30 optional. Okay. That means you don't have to add oil. It'll probably be fine without it. But I guess we did because it's leaking, but it's okay. Once that's gone and there's no more, it won't leak anymore. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But the coilovers aren't going to change themselves, which is why we're doing this. Damn, that bitch stuck on there. I'm going to go grab the hammer. Nice. Hold on. Trust me, I'm an expert. There we go. Okay, try not to rip the fucking shit out of your CV axle boot. You can if you want, but try not to. I'm not here to tell anyone what to do. You know, I don't think I went the best approach.
Bugs.
Let me think. Real nice. Didn't fuck up the fender. Great. Wow, look at that shit.
That is dirty.
I know. And I didn't.
There's a whole spider on it.
Damn. Were they fucking off-roading in this bitch? Holy fuck.
Oh,
that was crazy. Just dirt.
Look at all those spiders.
I guess it is a rally car.
Oh my lord.
Wow. This is like a museum piece right here. This was actually Helen Keller's pet. That's how long this has been here. I know she was deaf and blind, but she liked spiders. Look at this shit. Even though they're used, it's fucking night and day, right? So to make this a little easier, I have the top hat with the coilover off. So I don't have to sit there wiggling it like a joystick to put this on. And I could literally bolt this on already, and then it's literally just like those 4 little Allen key bolts to... Actually, that might be harder. Oh well, I guess I just fucked myself over. We'll learn for the other side. If this is hard, we won't make the same mistake again. Great. Awesome. Make my life a little harder, at least for this part. This looks symmetrical on both sides, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it'll matter. Yeah. Just gonna throw that bitch in there. Nice.
Dogs are yapping in the background.
For real.
I think they're saying right now.
Sell that piece of shit. That's probably what they're saying. If I was a dog, that's probably what I'd be saying.
Sell that piece of shit.
Yeah.
The dogs are all over there. I don't think the dogs can see the piece of shit.
Trust me, they could smell it. Like, damn.
Oh, you're just.
I wasn't soccer after
you're
all.
Flinging. You're flinging them everywhere.
Volley kicked that hoe.
Let's see if I can find it. I think I can see it. Oh, actually, I see it.
It's okay, babe. Don't worry about it. I'm probably in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
I found it. It's underneath the. I don't know what it's called.
For some reason, this is like the most active my neighborhood's ever been. The second the camera comes out, right? It's always so quiet. I'm the only one out here making noise. All of a sudden, we got the camera rolling. Oh my god. Mommy and Trent are recording. Quick, where's the garbage truck? Fuck.
Making us laugh. And she was looking at us too.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised the AC-130 hasn't flew over yet. Big ass airplane, maybe some Chinooks helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised Iron Man hasn't flown by and like blew this bitch up yet. Just because the camera's rolling. That was actually not bad. I'll tighten that down once the car's on the ground.
Chicken nuggets would be so good right now.
Don't tell me, we gotta focus. Alright, so I spun the shit out of this, so we need to reverse it. At least until this is flat. Yeah, that looks good right there. People always like make it sound so complicated to adjust coilovers, but it's literally the easiest fucking thing in the world. So literally, this is the locking nut. This doesn't serve any purpose for adjusting. It just locks your adjustment in place. But you literally just spin this, or usually you could spin this actually, if this is already bolted to the knuckle. And you just spin this. This is what adjusts your height. And this is preload. Preload, yeah. This is how stiff your spring is already before the car is on the ground.
Right.
And that pretty much controls your stiffness, especially with cheap coilovers like this. They don't have dampening adjustment. So, yeah, that's pretty much...
101.
You said what? We're going to have the preload like a little lower. Because you remember how stiff my car used to be? Yeah. I'm not going to do you like that, babe. Start pumping it. Make sure it's tightened. Okay. Oh, keep going. A little more. A lot more. Yeah, just keep pumping. Keep pumping.
Would have got my protein shake from freaking Smoothie King earlier.
Since I got you out here working out, right? All right, that's good. Stop right there. A little bit more, just tiny bit. Too much. No, I'm just kidding. That's fine.
I wish this was detachable. I'd just hit you with this.
It is detachable.
Oh, thanks.
You might want to do it like when I'm not paying attention.
Thanks for letting me know, babe.
Can you go back? Hold on. No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Nice. Other side.
My name is Video Learning with Rami 101.
For real. Shitbox. What's it called? What's the name of like a course, but like an advanced course? You know what I'm talking about? Shitbox class with Rami, Professor Rami Saeed.
101.
Yeah, I'm certified in shitboxology.
I'm just a subordinate.
That's what it's called. You're my apprentice. Apprentice. Yeah, you're gonna take over when eventually the car falls on me because my Harbor Freight Daytona Jack's gonna start freaking. All right, so we just put the brake line in, and it's funny because when I had these coils in my car, I just put a fucking zip tie. I couldn't get the clip to fit, but I literally did. It's fucking snug. It's literally perfect now. It's shaking because this isn't bolted down yet. But literally, this side is pretty much done. I just need to torque this down to spec, or I need to hold the camera while she torques it down to spec.
Okay.
And yeah. Looks fucking great. You're supposed to say action.
Oh, action.
Okay. Alright guys, anyway, so as you can tell it's dark now. And it's actually the next day. I guess we got a little carried away. Or distracted. Yeah, we got distracted. That's really what happened. But the people who were responsible, when they see this, they'll understand completely. They're gonna be like, hey, motherfucker, you talking shit about us. Yeah, exactly. So it's the next day now. And it's also the end of the next day. As you can see, it's fucking dark, but we actually put all the coilovers on. But we filmed the front and we didn't film the back, which is awesome. But the good thing is the back is pretty much the same thing.
I almost tripped over this freaking tire.
As you can see, it's the cleanest thing in this entire image right here. But we got the rear end, and it's literally the same thing. 3 bolts on top. You access them from the tailgate. 2 major bolts in the bottom, and brake line. Except this one actually has the end link right here, but that's pretty self-explanatory. Literally, if you are like doing this yourself, you're gonna have to remove the old one, and it's just the reverse of that. The hardest part is what I'm about to show you guys now, and that is adjustment. So with coilovers, at least most of them, they have these locking nuts, 3 of them. These 2 are meant to lock together to prevent this from going up and down, but this is for preload. Sorry, this is for preload. This is to like prematurely compress the spring or keep it compressed, which actually increases bump stiffness. And this is the height adjustment. You loosen this and you spin the entire assembly because there's a ball bearing in the collar. And but first, I need in order to adjust it, you need to break the bolts loose on the knuckle, because it really holds it in place and prevents the entire assembly from rotating, because it's like at a slight angle. Top one. All right. Get a hammer for this next part. So I already tightened these up earlier because I was actually trying to see what height I should run, and I kind of got a good measurement. But right now these are actually too low. If you remember in the beginning of the video, I said the goal was to take the 4-finger gap and make it 2 fingers. That shit was like less than 1 finger. And this fender isn't rolled either, so as soon as that suspension travels, we hit a bump.
There's a lot of dirt just fell off.
Yeah, for real. And that was like the light of it. When we took that shock out yesterday, it was insane. It was like raining, like a fucking sandstorm. I felt like I was back in Iraq. So it was too low, not even 1 finger. And because this fender isn't rolled, the tire was gonna definitely rub on this, especially with the spacer. And it will, but I think we'll just roll this later on. This car isn't going to be driven too much till it's getting closer to completion. But yeah, so since they're both on both sides about the same adjustment, since I have both of them on both sides adjusted about the same right now, I want to keep track of them. And what I'm going to do to extend this and even amount on both sides, I'm going to put a little mark right here. And so that way I can count how many rotations it makes. And so pretty much you just turn this left, and you're gonna see this nut, it's gonna be in place, and this gap is gonna get larger. And yeah. How many rotations? Let's do 2, because the preload is pretty low, because I wanted you to have some comfort driving this car. Instead of it having to be all maxed out. 2 turns. We'll see how that is. If it's still
popping in the background.
You said what?
Is it all the fireworks popping?
Yeah, for real. It's New Year's Eve actually, so we got a couple hours. We're trying to race the clock right now. We're trying to get this fucking suspension adjusted before 2025. It was a lot of work, but we got all the sides on. But yeah, 2 full rotations as you just saw, and then you just tighten this back up, righty tighty. And then the next part is, you see how this moves back and forth? This is actually gonna adjust camber. And in the rear, I'm trying to have as much as I can, which is still not a lot, just from this, unless you get adjustable top collar or adjustable top hat. But I'm trying to keep the tire away from this lip as much as possible. So what I like to do is throw a little screwdriver in here. That's right.
Digging in me, you digging in me, you digging.
You look funny.
And what I'm gonna do is just force this way. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna tighten this nut up. Just like that. Same at the bottom. Alright, and that's not torque to spec obviously, but we'll go back over with the torque wrench to make sure it's all good. Same thing on the other side. And then literally after that, we just throw on the spacers and put this bitch on the ground. Be her again when she's putting you.
Oh, okay.
Need you to do the hard work. Alright, so there's the other side done. I got my little mark right there. I spun it twice. Actually, I don't know if I should tighten this down. You were distracting me because you were busy gaslighting.
I was not gaslighting. I was
You should have had the camera rolling. That would have been enough proof for everything. We're actually done. The front. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw that at you. The front is actually the front is actually already adjusted. It seems like a good height. I actually don't know. We're gonna put the car down, and it could be fucking catastrophic. Like, watch, the tire is gonna like make love to the inside of the fender. But we'll see. And so now we're literally just gonna put the wheel spacers on. It's gonna be a 1.5 inch in the rear and a 1 inch spacer in the front. And so far it looks like that's going to be completely like a flush fit, and that's great, but it's also horrible. As you can see, this little lip right here is it's what nightmares are made of.
It is freaking cold outside, so I'm sitting by the lamp. It's keeping me warm.
Happy birthday
Oh my god.
to you. It does look like a birthday cake, right?
Yeah, I hope not.
This is 1.5 inch. People always be like, don't run spacers. Spacers are bad. They're gonna break off and kill you. This car makes like 140 horsepower, so I doubt we'll be fucking breaking off these big ass spacers for any reason. People always stress about them, but honestly, if you use them right, as long as they're hub centric and you got good threads on them, good studs, good quality spacer. This is a Titan spacer, but all the coating came off because this has been used a lot. I used to use that on my car when I had some BRZ wheels, like a Ricer. People always diss them, but I don't mind. It's not easy to always find the perfect offset wheel, and spacers give you some adjustment. You know, you can buy what size you need. I'm just gonna impact those on lightly, and then we're gonna torque them. What I always do, whatever the wheel torque spec is, for putting on a spacer, torque the spacer lugs 10 foot-pounds over. So like, for example, if this is 90 foot-pounds for the wheel lug nuts, I would torque these spacer lugs to 100 foot-pounds. Not do what I'm doing, okay? Silver sockets are not supposed to be used on impact or with impact tools. And I swear I'm a good mechanic. Had Shawty put this one on this side. Phenomenal job. Damn, I can't even see you. This is a front spacer, 1 inch instead of 1.5. Yeah, that's all you're getting. Good luck buying ramen with that. Actually, you think you could buy ramen with 2 lug nuts?
You don't feed me.
My feet? What? I swear to God, if you ask me for water again. No, just kidding. I swear I'm not abusive.
I just work for free. And then when you're done,
You don't work for free, you work to live. Because if you didn't work, I'd kill you. No, I'm just kidding.
You lock me
This
down.
is horrible. This is not true. I am not abusive. She is.
I'm not.
You're
You lock me in the basement after this.
What about it?
I don't want to go back in the basement.
Go back in the fucking basement. We lightly impacted them on, and I just wanted to film this section real quick because since the front doesn't have a handbrake like the rear does, instead of having someone like just go in the driver's seat and hitting the brake while you torque it all down, and you know they go over here playing games on their phone, what you can do is just stick a little screwdriver if it's like a twin disc front rotor, if that makes sense. It usually slots on the side. Stick that shit in. From there it won't move, and you can just torque it down all willy-nilly. What, you worried? Gonna hit your pristine paint?
Pristine paint question.
I'm gonna retire after this.
You're gonna retire after this?
Yeah. And you're gonna have to build a Celica on your own. My PTSD is getting to me. And the tarp flew up and hit my door. Back to square one. Get down. You can go ahead. Oh shit. I'm not even gonna start you like that. Look at that. Dirt nasty low. It looks so much better already. Hey, what did we say our goal was?
You said a 2 or 1 finger.
Ooh. Yikes. No, that's close, but it's not touching the fender. At least not on this side. But when it compresses, that shit definitely will. We're gonna have to roll that fender. But after we do that, it looks like it will clear perfectly. Let's see the other side. Oh shit. Oh, that's not touching either, but this is completely undrivable. Yeah, like as soon as you hit anything, a fucking pebble in the road, that fucking tire, it's like a millimeter away. But yeah, literally, because the outside fender line still sticks out further. So literally just a nice roll. Try not to crack all this Bondo off. And yeah, it looked great. Installing coilovers with Tran and Ramen. Coilovers and wheels really changes the car, huh?
Why are you doing that?
Alright guys, well that pretty much concludes the video. We're gonna adjust it later, it's definitely not dialed in. We might make another video rolling the fender. So yeah, I guess next video we'll roll the fender. And if you guys have any questions at all, I am an expert after all. After you see my professional work, I'm an expert, so any questions, feel free to ask. You think they can tell if I'm being satire? I swear, I love it too, but let's be real, the 7th gen Celica does not compare. Coilovers and fitment looks 10 times better. We went from monster trucking and wheel tucking to fucking, damn, I didn't know I was spitting bars over here.